Right. It's the mid '80s to when they achieved their actual popularity in the early '90s all over again. You can no longer say, "Hey, it's the '90s again," because it was actually the '80s again. So just take it from there. It's our history is getting all chewed up and spat out in different gobs all over the sides of, different curbs. So it doesn't matter if it's late 80s or early 90s. The important thing is how we doing out there, Technocrat Leech and Ian the Vagrant.
Fine.
Faustus. We do have a visual component to this show, and if you click on wfmu.org, go over to playlist and comments, there's a video there, and if you don't see that, there's a thing you can click under there that says having trouble viewing, click here.
And then just keep on clicking.
Until you're off the internet, until everything dies. Smoky death. What are you up to this week, Leech? Sleep much?
Not so much of that.
Not so much of the sleeping thing?
No, not really, but that's okay because I'm seeing taste now.
Okay. Seeing taste is
yeah.
Do you see the actual do you see the taste buds picking up the flavor, or is it just a mass of colors
and
images?
It's kind of like I see a strawberry, right?
Yeah.
And I can already know like kind of what it's going to taste like. A little bit tart.
Mm-hmm. Hey, speaking of food, I really apologize for farting at you earlier. Like, first of all, I had no idea you were behind me.
I thought that was Scott Williams.
No, Scott.
Well, you certainly blamed it on him.
Now, come on.
And he took it like a champ.
He does. He takes all my shenanigans. But I was eating beans, as I'm usually eating, and I let one rip, and I'm thinking, hey, this is my castle right here. I have a loaded Studio B behind the console, and
in there.
And I turn around and I see your face there, and I'm like, oh, thank God we're close enough.
We're
not
even
too
closer
close.
now.
Yeah,
we have bonded.
Were you at my house that time that my cat spewed butt juice all over my leg? You remember that
particular incident?
Oh, come on, you remember that?
I repressed all of that.
I guess I did because I don't remember.
Hey, Ian.
I can't even lie for the radio.
So, maybe you weren't there, but anyway, my cat.
I wish I was there.
Yeah.
I feel like I was there.
We're having a little feedback issue. I knew this would happen.
Oh.
On we're gonna figure this stuff out. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, my cat had juiced on my leg. It's complicated. Cats are complicated animals.
Yeah.
You know.
You don't know what they're thinking.
You don't know what they're thinking.
But then you do.
But then you do. Then you find it all over your leg, and it smells like 20 garbage dumps.
Feed me, slut.
Yeah.
That's all cats are. Dogs are just like, oh, you're my friend. Are you my friend?
And then cats are just
cats just like feed me.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I like how we're nonchalantly, we're talking over one of his difficulties. I mean, it's
yeah.
Smooth old radio used to do.
All right, we're going to actually, Ian, yeah. I have something for you to do.
Sounds swell.
Okay, and I'm going to cut you off from the world for a little bit. I apologize for doing this.
I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah, no, I didn't. It's just the stuff that we're doing today while we get the calls in, 201-536-9368. We're actually sending Ian out on the road. And Ian, I hope you're okay with that, being out on the road and everything. Yeah, okay. Your mic is actually off, which is fine. I mean, we can do that, right, Leech? We can absolutely do that. WFMU.org. We're going to be sending Leach outside on the road while we take your phone calls. We have a call, in fact, right here. Miraculously, we have a phone call. I didn't know that was actually going to happen. So here we go. At WFMU, I think you may be on the air.
Hi, am I on the air?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
So what's some bad information that you could share?
Oh man, my bad information. It's an issue. It's an issue for me.
Okay.
Problem is, there's too many good video games, and I don't have the time to play them all.
Too many good video games?
Yeah, there's too many video games, and I don't have the time to play all the games.
What are your favorite video games?
Well, right now I really like to play Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
I really like to play Super Mario Maker, and on Super Mario Maker there's too many stages that are online, and I can't play them all.
Too many. All right.
And I'm just overwhelmed that I'm missing out on the good video games.
Isn't there an alternative, like I don't know. What does one do besides playing video games and sitting outside smoking?
Nothing. Video games. That's about it.
That's it. I mean,
That's it.
you don't want to. You don't want to.
What do I need?
All right. Not much. Do you do samples at the membership only stores? Do you do food samples? Do you walk? Do you have
Sometimes I used to work at Stop and Shop, but I don't work no more.
So you stopped working at Stop and Shop?
Yep. Stop and Shop.
You stopped working at Stop and Shop?
Yeah.
Oh. And when you
which freed up more time to play video games, but the thing is I just still don't have enough time, you feel me?
I wish I could feel you. We're still working on the technology for that, Leach. When am I going to be able to feel the callers?
Oh, well, how do you want to feel them? Like,
listen, we're still working on the virtual boob grab for the listeners, but
okay,
I want to be able to feel them back. This guy just asked me. He just asked me. And caller, great idea. When am I going to be able to feel them?
Yeah, we don't have that.
Yeah,
that
it would
end
make
of
it
the
such a
puzzle.
much more personal experience.
Right.
Yeah. We never. You know what? We never thought of that.
Yeah.
They have virtual reality machines that you can feel. You can feel up people across the world. I saw on the internet. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. You gotta. Speaking of virtual reality, we do have some. We have Ian the Vagrant, who is over at WFMU.org. Click on playlists and comments. You can see the video. He's underneath a train track right now. He's walking around. He is on the road. He is on the road with no mic, actually.
What did he go into the train track for?
He went for a cigarette, obviously.
Oh,
it's the only place. Look, you can't smoke outside the office anymore, especially when you work, as Ian used to, for a large insurance corporation selling policies. Yeah, so you gotta now walk across the highway to have a cigarette. But in Ian's case, since he's on the road now, he can't even, as a bum, smoke a cigarette. He has to go underneath the train tracks, in a trench to smoke cigarettes. Yeah, there you go.
But isn't that an insurance insurance problem to be walking across the highway? Like, what if you get hit by a car? Then he collects his insurance.
He's
right?
used to it. He's used to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that smokes cigarettes.
See, if he just didn't try to play video games all day like me, there would be no issue.
You're right, caller. I'll bet you don't need much of an insurance policy, do you?
No. Well, I mean, if I break my thumbs, I'm out of it.
How many Doritos do you consume per day?
Like baseball players, they take out insurances on like their hands and stuff. I could take insurance out on my thumbs. So
Leach asked a question: how many Doritos do you consume per day?
I'm not a Dorito guy. I'm more of a Totino's.
How many bags of Tortinos do you consume?
Between 1 and 2 normally.
Huh.
Buffalo chicken style, spicy style, regular style. Put them in blue cheese. Put them in mustard.
I don't know. This is sounding like a health hazard to me.
Yeah, I think statistically you're going to die much quicker than someone who, say, goes out, exposes themselves to the extremes of the elements in vagrancy and homelessness. So you have a higher likelihood of dropping dead with a bag of Doritos playing video games than you would, say, as opposed to like Ian, who's on the road right now, walking around smoking, even smoking cigarettes, exposed to the elements. He's got a better chance of survival than you do, caller. You gotta think about it. You gotta think. Maybe you need some air.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know. The basement's pretty nice for me.
There you go. What are those things in the basement, Leech? Those things
The
that
things that we don't talk about anymore?
The video games?
No, not the video games. The gases. You know what I'm talking about.
Asbestos?
No, that's in your upstairs. Oh, it's the radiation from underground.
Oh, methane?
No, methane is what I blasted you with when you were here behind me, sneaking up behind me. Unbelievable.
Methamphetamines?
No. All right, caller, we got to go. I thank you so much for giving us a great idea. Feeling the listeners.
I'm full of them.
All right, thank you so much. 201-536-9368. 201-536-9368. Or for you who are alpha-centric, it's 201-KEN, K-E-N, WFMU. That's the number. There we go. We've got some marvelous... marvelous video streaming over at WFMU.org. Click on playlists and comments. Ian the Vagrant is out and about town, playing the harmonica, doing all sorts of things. But we need you to call. We have a caller right here. This show is going really well, Leech, by the way. It really is. I'm shocked. WFMU, you are in fact on the air.
Hey, Sue, it's Jake.
Cake?
Jake.
Oh, Jake.
Yes.
All right. Please, do you want me to feel you on something? Because we have to really be mindful of what the listeners want, Leech. If they want me to feel them on every call, first it was like, do you smell me?
Yes.
And I could easily say, Jake, yes, because we are in Jersey City. I'm between two toxic plants, Linden and Staten Island, which is like, Staten Island is just a floating plant. And yeah. So I can smell everything. It's a general, like, you know what? I can smell you. I can smell all of Staten Island. I can smell everything. But the feeling thing, we've got to work on. Give me some bad information, Jake, from Brooklyn.
Oh, there's a great piece of bad information that's nostalgic also for somebody like you and me. You ready for it?
All right. Does this have to do with the Jesus and Mary chain? Because I'm looking like William Reed today.
Well, it's a little bit earlier than that, but it's a very cool 1970s reference.
70s. I was barely out of diapers, Jake.
Okie dokie. I'm not aging anybody. I'm just saying it's a cool thing.
You're just saying you're old.
I heard about this.
And you're trying to lump me in with your oldness. Yeah, go ahead.
People in the West Coast are worried about Africanized killer bees.
Oh, that was a good one.
That's like insane.
That was very bad information.
That is horrible information, and they're even like websites that are legitimate, not like BuzzFeed or whatever, are putting up like tips on what you should do. A bunch of them.
Is this wait a minute? You're telling me this is still happening?
They say that now they've spotted a few on the West Coast.
Whatever. People need a few of us could use to just not be around anymore. Whether it's via killer bees or some other disease, it's like really there's just way too many people anyway. But what just happened there? What just happened there with your phone?
I don't know what happened.
You were doing a yoga pose or something, and you went out.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You got muffled.
Downward-facing iPhone.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I didn't.
It's like you had your. All right, go ahead.
No, Ian is like walking around, like, and he's with his bingo and everything, and he's out in the elements. And what if he ends up on the West Coast and a bunch of bees attack him?
Right now, it looks like a train is about to hit him, so that's a lot of other concerns.
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, Africanized bees is definitely some bad information. There was a lot of bad information in the 70s. I mean, all that information about heroin and LSD, I mean, just compelled people to want to try it. Badly, you know, if one delivers information in a bad way, or if it's from a source that is not credible for some people, it's not going to get through. So, all right, the good information doesn't get through. I'm going to flip this, all right, because I'm confused, Jake. I'm confused as usual.
Okay.
Good information, if it's delivered by, let's say, us Jews, gets, you know what I'm talking about, Jake, right? Because I can tell.
I know.
Yeah, okay, now you're smelling me, right?
I'm smelling it. Yeah.
Okay, when we deliver information, everybody thinks it's bad information. But when, like, Jerry Falwell, tells us that the world is going to end, then everybody believes that guy. So it's a source, you know. Go ahead.
Well, it's like, you know, Debbie Downer. She's on Saturday Night Live, and it was Rachel Dratch who played her, but it's clearly like, oh, look at this little Jewish lady sitting at the table and giving us all this sad information.
Where are you going with this?
I don't know.
You're going back much further in time, and listen, you're already becoming nostalgic for Saturday Night Live during a certain period, and this is what's going to happen to people. Children of the 90s are already, they're not even like, they're just getting into their 40s, and they're already nostalgic and about the 90s, and it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Well, you're like going to see the Jesus and Mary chain,
yes,
right?
because I'm like. You know why? Because I never saw them in 1983 when I should have seen them. So now, I gotta go.
But you get people saying, wow, you were around when they were like at their prime, and they look at you like you're like some guy like professing to a class of children that they saw something. Do you know what I mean?
I don't like people that do that, although I have been guilty as charged. But the things that we've seen, Jake, are more like so... they're so nominal to most people that it's not impressive. So if you say, oh, you know, I've seen the Minutemen many times on both coasts, that doesn't really do anything for too many people. But there's a handful that it would be like, oh my God, that's a big deal. But then again, it's like, you know, whatever. Nowadays, Jake, you can see just about any band all over again, even if the main member is dead. It just doesn't stop.
I wonder when holograms are going to hit indie rock reunions. Do you know what I mean?
I think they already have. Again, old idea. We're here for bad ideas, not old ideas.
Okay, so the bad idea is people are afraid of the killer bees. And you mentioned gas in the basement. You mean radon, right?
Radon. I said radon.
Yeah, I remember after the radon scare, all the 99-cent stores were filled with radon tests for 99 cents.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, because what are you going to do with them if there's no, like, you know...
I don't know. You know, I heard something about eating paint chips. Remember in the 70s, like, it was like lead all paint. About lead paint chips. And there's like there's something that just... new information that came out recently that it's not like people. I was like, who eats paint chips? What kind of dumb kids eat paint chips? Do I go to school with other kids who eat paint chips, and I'm the only one who doesn't eat paint chips?
That should have been cool, you know.
Yeah, but it seemed like, you know, they'd show these like they'd show these poverty-stricken children in like projects doing nothing, but they didn't have video games back then, Jake. They would just sit there and peel the paint off the windowsill and eat it. And I'm like, even at my most bored moment, I would never even think of eating a paint chip. But then,
No, that's ridiculous.
But then they found out later it's not that the kids were so much eating paint chips, because you know how they always blame the kids for everything. Like, you enticed that big man.
The sexy paint chip enticed the kid.
It's like, it's more like the government knew there was like lead in paint, and they, you know, all these kids were getting sick, and it's not because they ate the paint chip, it was because of the lead in the paint in the first place, and because it was on the wall.
And it was like off-gassing.
There you go. See, that's bad information, Jake.
It is.
That's bad info. That's bad info.
Well, you know, to be honest, to be fair, I once as a kid thought a mothball was a mint and I ate it.
A camphor?
Yeah, it was pretty, my mouth was like, it just smelled like every grandma in the world.
I was going to say, there's this couple.
What a feeling.
There's this couple that comes in to sample food where I work. And,
not Mario and Luigi.
No. These are not the Mario brothers. This is a woman. She unfortunately has deep dementia. She comes in with her husband, and she's actually lately, since when she first started coming in, she didn't have the dementia so bad, and she stunk of camphor and mothballs. And now that she doesn't have now that she has the dementia, she doesn't smell like camphor anymore. So I guess her husband was able to sort of switch out her clothes, like, whew, now that she won't notice, I'm going to give her some fresh clothes and stuff like that.
Maybe she just got everything dry cleaned. Like, before she went full dementia, she dry cleaned everything and put it in mothballs.
Texted me. He's
Yeah.
on his way to the studio.
Okay.
He's been rambling across the country and apparently the universe.
The universe, exactly.
Yeah. And he saw the space baby or whatever.
Okay.
And he's going to do a little report back here.
Okay. So basically, Jake, I'm gonna let you go. Jake.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then we're gonna check in with what's going on and all that. And thanks for the bad information.
And keep it flowing.
Thanks.
Bad info.
Bye. 201-536-9368. 201-536-9368. Folks, go over to WFMU.org. Click on playlists and comments. You'll see the video there that is going on. Do It For Me. Technocrat Leach running the almost live stream of Ian the Vagrant a few minutes ago, who was on the road. So we understand Ian is on his way back in, and I'm not sure what mic we're going to use, but we're going to see if this is going to work. Ian, are you there?
So,
Yeah, what's going on?
oh man, it's cold out.
It's cold. I saw you smoking under the train tracks. What's going on?
I don't know why you guys signed me up for this stuff, man. I don't want to be underneath the train tracks.
Well,
You didn't tell me nothing about that.
all right. We heard a little harmonica playing.
I was having fun.
I was just wondering if you picked up any like songs like that you can in your head.
Well, I was writing about how I felt real bad,
Okay.
and you know, being outside all the time doesn't feel too good.
No, it doesn't. That would
No,
make
I
you
don't.
a homeless person.
But you guys made me homeless.
Listen, I told you, you always have a radio show to come to on Wednesdays. That's all I can offer you, my bro.
It's a very good point.
All right.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, but the rest of the time, man, you're on your own. Like, I don't...
But why is everybody riding? I'm gonna have to talk to Ken about that. Like, I felt like I was in danger.
We don't want you to be in danger.
Well, I think you do. Just everybody goes so far for a laugh, you know.
Listen, let me repeat for the 5th time during the weeks of this show that I'm not here to exploit or humiliate any of my staff here, the DIFM team. This is not what we are about.
I didn't sign up for this, man.
We are about peace and love.
It sounds like one of those memes you would post to Facebook. Like you had that written out so like everybody can copy and paste it.
Have you ever been homeless? 201-536-9368. Are you currently homeless but just have a nice smartphone? 201-536-9368. See, I made you laugh, Ian. I made you laugh, Ian. I see your text goes off like a
Wait, yeah.
go-go dancer.
Why isn't I saw a homeless man out? I don't understand why doesn't he just have his mom put more money in his debit card?
I don't know. It's a different world. Hey, I've lived in my car a few times.
Hyundai.
I lived in a closet once in this girl's house in Fairlawn. She had a really nice closet. It was like a whole bedroom in her closet. She had a lot of clothes. And I was like kind of like E.T., like among her stuffed animals in there.
Just sitting in a clothes pile.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm asking the listeners now, number one, A and 1 are pretty much the same
A
thing,
and
right?
1. A.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do this. Like, number 1, A, have you ever been homeless? And how did you deal with that? Number 2, B, do you have any bad information that you could share with us? And can you convince us that it's true?
Do you have any bad information about homeless people?
Yeah.
Counts as like C.
Well, here's some good information, but because I'm an uncredible source, I'm going to share it anyway and just see what goes out there.
You don't mean incredible?
No, I mean I am incredible in my mind, but that doesn't necessarily translate to the definitely has not seen somebody splash out their cooch on the in the Penn Station. 201-536-9368. Are you enjoying the video with Ian? Oh, right, we're not supposed to talk about it.
Be about it.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the comments board because that is on fire, my friends. That is absolutely on fire. It's on fire. If somebody wants Andrea back, okay. No, you don't want Andrea back. She was just kidding. Oh my God. Okay, somebody thinks this is like a drug experience. And folks, I'm going to see the Jesus and Mary chain.
That's a drug experience.
Do you have bad information about the Jesus and Mary chain? If you see my new haircut, do I look like one of the Reed brothers? Have you ever been homeless? Have you ever been stung by an African bee? Have you had, is there any bad MRSA information? That's all true, right? That MRSA, that's like all true. Pretty much. Yeah.
Ian just left.
Have you ever eaten a paint chip? 2015. Listen, there's enough.
Ian just took his bag and he left. He's gone now.
All right. Has anyone eaten a paint chip? And don't call me with library paste stories. I'm up to here with library paste stories. Have you ever eaten dog crap or paint chips? What's the worst thing you've eaten? What? See, I'm full of ideas, Leech. Look at me. I'm full of ideas.
I know.
I'm full of. You know what?
You're bursting at the seams.
Bursting at the seams. It's like a flesh. I'm full of flesh, and there's like cottage cheese bursting out of the sides of my skin. And then, you know what that cottage cheese is? It's ideas.
Yeah.
201-536-9368. 201-536-9368.
I wish there was some way we could extract it, like surgically.
The cheese.
The idea cheese.
It's Knudsen. It's like Knudsen cup of ideas. Remember Knudsen cottage cheese? Is that
No.
like a? That's a West Coast thing with Knudsen.
Is that something prior to the millennia?
I think it was actually
the latest one.
I think it was actually prior to who makes cottage cheese? Not Daisy. Who makes cottage cheese?
I'm sure somebody named Daisy does, but
536-9368.
Village Dairy Inn.
No, it's Breakstone. Breakstone is the Knudsen of the East.
Oh, isn't there one? I can't believe some people eat this.
Something like that. And before Wonder Bread became Wonder Bread, it was called something else on the West Coast because that's
Literally
where I'm
something
from.
Else.
Yeah. It was called something like
mediocre bread.
No, it was like Charlie Brown and Peanuts were the they were the spokespeople for this bread.
Schultz bread.
Schultz bread.
Schultz bread. It was and it actually might have been a
Linus
German
toast.
Linus toast. Oh, that's
Good
an
grief.
idea. Good grief, right? Good grief. It's gluten.
Go lefty.
You know, I was looking for where do you find sourdough? Is that like a thing? Do I have to look on the ingredients to see if something is sourdough, or can I will the bread just say sourdough on it? Because I heard there's
Asking
good.
the wrong person.
I heard
just
there's good
eat it.
yeast. I heard there's good yeast out there. Ian probably knows a thing or two about some good yeast.
What is that supposed to mean?
I'm just saying, you know how to eat naturally. You know, like
Don't tell me how to
freaking
feel.
Oh, look what you've done. Now
I
he's
made
run
him-
away again. He's
Oh,
packed
no.
his things into a cute little bag.
I thought you guys were my friends.
I am your friend. Don't run away again.
You know what? I bet he didn't have enough stuff to actually fill up that bag with. There's rocks in there, I'm telling you.
201. Don't cry, Ian. Jeez. 201-536-9368.
Just getting a little emotional. you know?
Okay. It's gonna be okay.
It's hard out here, man.
I
He's
know
really-
it's hard out there.
He's really hauling ass on the video.
He is really. You're running very fast. WFMU.org. Click on playlists and comments. Listen, if you're not subscribing to the Do It For Me feed on YouTube, you're an idiot. That's all I can say.
I agree.
You're-
I may be homeless, but I have a smartphone,
That's right.
and I am on it.
Exactly. Are you playing games? Or are you watching like Pornhub? What are you doing?
You know, I really don't have a cell phone. I sold it so I could get this nice little.
So that you get the
Vessel?
stick.
Yeah.
You can get that stick in that
I was-
hobo bag.
I was drunk.
Yeah,
Wasn't smart.
absolutely.
I left in a rash. It was a rash decision.
Speaking of rashes, do you have an answer for me about the yeast?
What was the question?
I'm looking for sourdough bread, and I'm just wondering how I can identify. Like,
I mean, I can go
anywhere.
find you some right now.
What's the street value on sourdough?
That's a good question. It's like kombucha, you know.
Oh,
It's got a lot of
yeah.
Nutritional value. People will pay like $5 for a 16-ounce bottle of kombucha. So I figure some sourdough is gonna, easily, fetch a mighty sum.
You know, I'm probably not supposed to tell you this because I did sign a non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah.
But at the allegedly, how about that one?
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly at the Facebook headquarters, which I went to one day, allegedly, they had kombucha on tap, like a keg of it.
You went to Facebook headquarters?
Allegedly, yes, I allegedly did.
They also have Soylent in the bag.
It had Soylent Green.
Yeah, they have. Well, there's that.
No, like
Soylent,
people, not
Facebook
the.
is people.
Yeah, Facebook's people, and they're eating.
But they're downing this product called Soylent.
I have heard of that.
Yeah, and it's like in bags, like Capri Sun, I think. It's just a generic plastic bag that you pop a straw in, a white straw in, and you sit at. Actually, you don't have a desk anymore, because it's Office 360 or Office
Office 24/7.
Office 24.
I mean, your ass is at that desk 24/7.
Yeah, but you don't actually have a desk. It's like musical chairs. You have to grab a chair whenever there's, it's like you're only allowed to work from your smartphone standing up. And
This checks out.
all right, and then if somebody takes a call in the conference room, and if they're taking too long, you have to kick them out. And then you can go in there and maybe work. But people, I understand, are fighting over conference room space. And then there's one desk. It's not actually a desk, though. It's a stool with like a refrigerator box, and you could prop your laptop up on there and maybe do your work, and that's your office. But then you have to sign out.
You're describing exactly what I saw, allegedly.
Wow. Caller, you're on the air. What? Turn down your...
Hello?
Turn it down. Turn that thing down.
It's down. Hello?
Yeah, yes. Hi.
Hi.
You're on the air. Yes. No, it's...
Hi, I'm glad I'm on the air.
I'm glad you're on the air. My God, what the hell would I do if you weren't on the air?
Read the comment section.
Okay.
I just heard you talking about kombucha, and I just wanted to relay a cautionary tale.
Sure. Is this bad information, by the way?
Bad information? It might be, because I might
Yay.
be wrong about it.
Bad information. Share it.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Well,
Let's
I
see
have
how
a friend-
credible. Let's first of all, just FYI, we're going to be assessing how credible you are in delivering the bad information, and see if we believe you or not. Go ahead.
Okay, well, kombucha.
Yeah.
If someone is home brewing it,
Yes.
like say a friend of yours, and you have fresh at their house, you could be allergic to the spores. Because I found that after my friend started brewing kombucha, I'd crash at his house once every couple of months, and I'd start getting really weird things going on with my throat and nose. And
Wait a minute. Stop for a second. Were you homeless at the time?
I was not. I was just visiting. I was visiting family, and I would stay at his house.
Okay. Go ahead.
So it wasn't like a thing where I was doing other weird things because I was, without a home. And
You're starting to lose credibility. Come on, keep it up. Let's make us believe.
Well, it's solid because literally every time I slept there, I would get these weird things going on with my, olfactory system.
Would your butt hurt in the morning? Your throat hurt and your throat and your butt hurt when you woke up? All right, go ahead.
No, my butt wouldn't hurt, but I would have really bad sinus problems and throat problems. And his house isn't the cleanest, so I chalked it up to that. And I was like, well, wait a minute, his house has never been clean. I've been sleeping there, crashing there for years. It's just since he started doing this weird homebrew kombucha thing. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, my wife was like, "Hey, well, maybe it's this." And I was like, "You know what? That might be the solution." I never researched it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is, and I think I'm an authority on it because of that.
Well, just to back up your story a little bit, I have heard of people dying from ill-brewed kombucha.
The stuff was delicious, I gotta say, but I don't know. I think the spores. Like I slept in the room above the kitchen where it was, and
Okay.
it had those funky barrels with the fizz in it, and I think that it's weird stuff to my nose and throat.
You got to be clean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it wasn't, God bless him, I love my friend dearly, but it wasn't the cleanest situation.
Yeah. No, that's not cool. It's dirty people. It's dirty people. But you have to build up your tolerance. You know what I'm saying? There's people from third world countries that thrive on paint chips and.
Yeah, they could probably sleep there, and it would be like a 4-star hotel. They'd be like, "This is great.
Of course.
The air is wonderful."
Of course, don't ever take for granted anything that you can finish the sentence there because I'm exhausted already. Thank you for calling. I would almost believe you.
Sir.
Okay, take care.
Great.
Bye. 201-536-9368, 201-536-9368. This program is called Do It For Me, where you call in and do it for me. We have a multitude of topics every single week because I'm the smart one that you're going to do it for, who's like telling you what to do.
Hey.
So bad information. All right, first of all,
What's that? Why you gotta come at me like that?
can we hear a tune from you, Ian, while you're on the road? Go ahead.
He's on the space road.
It's on the space road. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Lee, can you sing to this?
Space road. I lost my breath.
Space road. Space road. Space road. What is that? 2 notes? 2 notes. 4. All right, 4 notes.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
I could,
We got Ian the Vagrant live on video. If you can see that, it's not important that you do, but
I think it's kind of important.
Yeah.
It's like TV and radio at the same time.
But you're like, you're built for television.
I guess so.
You're 3 feet tall and
Yeah.
you
Just
fit
works
the he's like 1080 by 460. What are the dimensions?
I was
Yeah.
born. Yeah, I was born in 1080.
You
I was 4K baby. 4K baby.
4K.
You're a 2K baby.
I'm a 4K baby.
2KY.
Nice.
Millennials.
We're gonna have to work on that lavalier mic situation. And there we go. 201-536-9368. 201-536-9368 is the number to call. Nick the Bard is out there screening your calls right now. There's a multitude of topics to call in about. Number one, here we are again. 1A, or 1A or B. Bad information, Ian.
To be or not to be. you know what I mean. No, you don't.
Do I know what you mean?
You don't know what I'm saying. Shakespeare. I'm the one on the road, you know. You guys got books and stuff. You can read that stuff.
That's the GOP candidates laughing at your situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I saw that thing about voting. It's sort of like choosing what president you want. It's like what STD is best for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, there's always a good itch.
Should I do this?
Should you walk away from the microphone? Great idea.
I knew this.
Listen. This is where it's infinite loop of laughter.
Always enjoy what you're doing.
Oh. Wow. 201-536-9368. Do it for me. Has 10 minutes left.
I have no choice but to tell you, you're fired.
That was Donald Trump laughing at him, wasn't it?
Go with your gut instinct. Always maintain your momentum.
I didn't know he said this much.
He's got a lot to say.
Yeah.
I've made some mistakes in my time, but you really screwed up. When confronted with your mistakes, you made one excuse after another. I hate excuses. You're fired.
Wow. You know,
Stay focused.
I may vote for him now. I'll vote for,
Remember, the buck starts here.
yeah, I mean, it's no.
I should fire myself just for having you around. This one's easy for me. You're fired.
I've been a little childish. That's the most recent one.
That was a tough one. Ideas are welcome, but make sure you have the right one.
There you go. That's it. That's literally it. Ideas are welcome. Just make sure you have the right one. 201-536-9368. 201-536-9368. WFMU. We're joined by Ian the Vagrant.
I'm inside.
And Technocrat Leach. My name is Sue Braun, and I am dressed like one of the Reed brothers from the Jesus and Mary chain.
You gonna turn your back to them when they play?
Yes, that's how cool I am. I had let's say an ex-hardcore scene compatriot say something to me on the Facebook. I was talking about something, and he's just like, "Ugh, aren't you too cool to talk about blah blah blah?" And I was just like, "Wow, is that how I'm perceived? Is that how I'm perceived?"
I think you're a little intimidating.
Intimidating?
Please don't yell at me.
I'm not yelling. I'm not intimidating. Listen, if I was like 5 feet tall and weighed 90 pounds, would I be intimidating?
I'd mess you up in the parking lot.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you could hit me.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. 201-536-9368. I hear Nick the Bard talking outside, but there's nobody actually on the phone. So let's rectify that situation.
Banana cognac.
It's true. It's very noisy out there. What is going on?
What is going on?
Nick the Bard, 201-536-9368. This is
Get your head in the game, Nick. Head in the game.
Get me in the game, coach.
Wait a minute. Listen, maybe Nick the Bard is broken.
I don't know.
All right, hold on. Nick!
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 Make me a banana cognac!
Nick!
Yeah! Double!
Nick, listen, I understand that you were on the train tracks today yourself.
Yeah. Went to go get a snack, and it's like I found out the cost of the candy went up like 50 cents. So I had to sell for cereal cups.
What kind of cereal cups?
Lucky Charms and Crunch Berries.
Do you get milk with that in a Capri Sun bag that you have to punch?
No, even if I did, the milk just go into the garbage.
Why? Is there a hole in the bottom of the cup?
I like
what are
milk.
you talking about? You don't like milk.
No, I just I like the
sugar,
cereal
though.
right out of the cup or out of the box.
Okay, so you were on your way.
Outside of the house, my house.
He found a Chinese throwing star on the ground, and he showed it to me. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, you found it on the ground. Yeah.
He did.
Yeah. And
he's always looking down. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
It's an anti. Is that it? Would you say that you were purposefully looking on the ground, or is this like an antisocial, like punk rock thing?
I'm purposely looking on the ground for stuff.
Okay.
So I just like finding things, and so I found today like a 2-inch square. It's Taylor Swift, the cover of Taylor Swift's 1989 album, and on the back, apparently Taylor Swift carries around an engraving pen, because this is a metal piece.
Yes.
This is like a metal square. It has like a keychain hook on it.
It's about 1 inch by 1 inch,
and the back. It actually has her autograph on it.
Yeah, you found it on the ground, right?
I mean, I don't know if it may be a mechanical reproduction, but I am convincing myself that Taylor Swift carries around an engraving pen.
I think you're onto something.
I think that he went to a Taylor Swift show.
I don't think he went to a Taylor Swift show. Look at this. This is a metal. It's like 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches, like album size. It has Taylor's picture on the cover, 1989.
That's metal.
Yeah,
that's
metal. And it is she has engraved it on the back. It's crazy. Taylor with a heart. Taylor's, because what else would Taylor?
So you're gonna sell it or you're gonna keep it?
Hey, check it out. What else would Taylor Swift put but a heart? Me, I'm putting like I'm drawing like a penis next to mine. She's got a heart on hers. Yeah. Figure. See, that's the difference between me. If I can just point this out, because I've been looking for an opportunity to do this. What's the difference between me and Taylor Swift?
What's the difference?
Besides like 150 pounds? Probably the fact that she puts hearts by her name.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'd say that.
Holy cow. 201-536-9368. Has this been the best show ever? Even if we get thrown off the air next season, this will have all been worth it just for this particular program. Ian the Vagrant being on the road. Apparently he's ceased to be on the road.
I'm still there, but I'm hanging out with T Swift now.
T Swift. Okay.
This looks real. This is pretty legit.
Yeah, all right.
Best things you ever found in the ground, Nick.
Nick will keep looking on the ground. If you would like to throw things on the ground for Nick to find, he's in the vicinity of Elizabeth and Rahway, and also Jersey City, and he does get around himself. And if you'd like to throw
all over Union,
he's up and down. Are you walking on 22? Because I used to do that.
I've done that once to go to Walmart.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Across the bridge near. Whatever, like there's a bridge like crossed there. I walked
West End Avenue.
What are you going to Walmart for?
Toys. Yeah. Don't go buy action figures down there. Yeah.
There you go. Well, if you'd like
to the White Castle parking lot,
Swift albums.
Walk through some fancy rich neighborhood I was afraid I was going to get kicked out of. I looked like a bum.
But never homeless. You've never been homeless, right?
No.
All right.
Front.
Get out of the studio.
Fine.
Bye, Nick.
Everybody out. Just kidding. All right, I'm kidding. I need you guys. I need you. I'm just kidding. Oh my God. Do it for me. With the program after this is Honky Tonk Radio.
Oh yeah.
With that Honky Tonk Radio gal Becky, and yeah, that's I actually met the next DJ, Honky Tonk Radio girl with Becky. She'll be coming up in a couple of minutes. Don't want to get too excited because oh, by the way, Nick. Nick! I need the log. Thank you. There's some technical things that I have to take care of. You know, besides being a sparkling person and, according to Ian, intimidating radio personality.
Please
Thank you, Nick. I have to. I have technical business. I have business to take care of. I'm a businesswoman.
That's no business.
I'm a businesswoman. I have forms to fill out.
Oh, I see that. Wow.
All right, caller, you're on the air. Yeah.
Hi. I have probably eaten paint chips. I mean, that's
do tell.
Allegedly. Anyway.
Who told you ate paint chips? Who told you ate paint chips?
My brother.
And did your brother feed you the paint chips?
He might have. I don't know.
Would you? How old were you when you ate these paint chips?
I was very young. I was born into a house that was under construction that was probably 50 years old at that point. So it's very likely that I did eat these paint chips.
Yeah. All right. Well, but you don't know for sure. Do you think you've suffered damage from eating paint chips?
No, I doubt it.
No damage at all.
I got like a real job, and I'm supposed to be smart and stuff at it.
What qualifies as a real job? Are you like one of these architecture firm guys?
But you're close, engineer.
I was gonna say, if you happen to be a homosexual man, there's a lot of other gay guys looking for. This is the type that gay guys want to settle down with, a guy like you. And can I also throw in straight ladies also, just as a sideline?
Yeah, no,
they like that too.
I got the straight lady here.
So,
but
okay.
I wanted to also say another reason why I like listening to WFMU. All right, WFMU has changed my life.
Okay, here we go. Right. Becky, we're going to be a little late. Go ahead. Yeah.
And basically, it's just because I can listen to you guys just talk, normal people just talking, and not have to hear.
You did eat a lot of paint chips.
In my businesses, you've got to be tough. You underperformed and you let people walk all over you.
All right.
As a result, I have to tell you, you're fired.
So this is just normal.
I have that doll at work, by the way.
This to you is normal people talking. Okay.
Yeah, you're normal as much as I am.
Yeah,
I ate paint chips when I was little.
That's good. Listen, I appreciate your call. We got to hand it over to Becky, the honky tonk radio gal.
Love y'all.
Thank you so much. All right, take it easy. That was a good call. We got to get out of here. You're tuned to WFMU. Oh, can I just thank everybody? Thank you guys for doing such a wonderful job, Leach. And self-congratulatory crap. We'll be back next week. This is Sue Braun, and Do It For Me. Please like us over at DIFM on WFMU on Facebook. You're tuned to WFMU, East Orange, WMFU Mount Hope, 91.9 FM in Rockland County, WFMU.org. Go!